This is the Troll Patrol. Live with Justin FREAKIN.
Welcome to the Troll Patrol. Live. Hold on, I gotta adjust my mic a little bit. It's a little hot from something I was doing earlier. Welcome to the Troll Patrol. Live. It's a freaking Friday. Fantastic show for you tonight. You are not going to want to miss what I have for you. My good friend Matt Spear from the Don't Unfriend Me podcast invited me to call him earlier, though he says he didn't, though I have the receipts to prove he did. We're going to hear from a black father about what he thinks about critical race theory. Rock Bottom and Kurt Angle were trending on Twitter earlier this morning. Hilarious video to go with it. A Canadian pastor upset about the lockdown. Oh, and as you can see behind me, we got a Sparkles with us. That's what I actually promised that we would be doing Foreign Affairs tonight, Foreign Affairs Friday, but instead, since we have a Sparkles joining us for the show, we're going to be doing more, what would you call it, more fun stuff. Sparkles. Let's see, you should be live now. Talk for us.
Hey.
Hey! How's your Friday going thus far?
I still have crab raccoons in my mouth.
Crab raccoons! I made her crab raccoons because she said she would need a snack to tide her over if she was going to do the show here tonight. Hey, you can have that, by the way, if you want.
I'll get the low blood sugar.
We do not want that. We do not want you passing out on the show.
Good, because I don't have insurance.
Now, hopefully not for much longer, right?
Oh, we're both wearing pink t-shirts.
Yours is cooler, though. Yours says, what, be gay, do crime?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
With the little baby Mothman.
Perfect for Pride Month. Do you like my Pride lights over there? You can't see them on the camera, unfortunately, but that's like a rainbow light. I'm all decked out for Pride Month.
The crab raccoons are over there.
Yes, I made her crab raccoons to tide her over until we go to dinner. So we can talk about Senator Ron Johnson outlining how conservatives can retake the culture. Aren't you excited for that?
No.
Don't you want to hear about Mike Pence getting heckled at today's conservative conference?
I could go all my life and never hear about it.
But you're going to watch it here with me tonight just for shits and giggles, right?
Yeah, I left Fruity Land for this.
Fruity Land. What's up, Robo Max? I am fantastic. Sparkles, are you okay tonight?
Somewhat.
Somewhat. All right, we're going to do a little preview clip of the thing that's going to be the main event here tonight. Are you ready for this? I'm going to play just a little bit of the video that I have from our friend Matt Spear from the Don't Unfriend Me podcast.
How is that possible, Justin? Just because I like Trump, that I'm not a fucking right-winger, you cock!
You are a cock.
Oh, shit.
And you're not a fucking leftist. You have different views, and that's why political parties are fucking stupid. But you're too much of a fucking cunt to just say that I'm not what you think I am.
But you are. You keep proving that you are.
Stupid fuck, I'm not. And you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't know me. You don't know my trials, and I don't know you.
Matt,
You lump me in with a bunch of racist fucking pricks.
and I find it wild that every time we try to talk about policy,
Okay, you have something to say?
You have a 66 2/3 chance of winning against Matt.
I played her the Steiner math the other day, and I think she enjoyed it. That's what it was like talking to Mr. Spear. It was like doing Steiner math. With just as fragile masculinity.
you cut me off. Like every time we really get down to policy,
You're wrong. You wouldn't answer the question.
Matt, you wouldn't let me answer the question. The same thing you accused me of doing.
You told me
Matt.
that I asked you, should fucking minorities have an ID to vote? And you finally answered it 5 minutes in.
Matt,
That was a question?
please give me 2 minutes to explain.
Very complicated.
And if you fucking yell at me one more time, motherfucker, you and I are done. You have no fucking idea who I am. And fuck you very much.
What?
That's the whole conversation with him. If you yell at me again, we're done! Everything about him is a contradiction. You're going to see the funniest one right here.
Is that why Kurt Angle's trending?
No,
Because
no, no.
Kurt Angle can't beat me.
No. It's a whole different story. Like, you probably already seen it on Twitter, but you just don't know what I'm referring to.
Why are you So
No, dude,
sensitive.
fuck you, motherfucker. You don't talk about me. You don't talk about my fucking family.
I
You don't
didn't.
talk about anybody. You don't know me.
Wow.
I'll fucking end you.
You'll fucking end me because of my free speech.
You heard me, motherfucker. You heard me.
Because I made fun of you on the internet.
Because you're fucking stalking my fucking shit. And I got enough to get a restraining order on your ass in about 3 seconds. So keep it the fuck up.
A restraining order. I'm not stalking your shit. I'm commenting on public videos. I'm not threatening you. You threatened me.
Find my phone number. How'd you find my phone number?
You gave it to me.
As we can all see on the screen right now, want to talk? I will give you 5 minutes. Knock off the show bullshit. Get on the phone. You want to talk? No show. Let's stop the bullshit. I won't record. You do the same and figure this out. Then we go from there. Here's his phone number. That was the first message he sent me with his phone number, by the way. He told me that was a mistake. I find that odd that it was a mistake right after he told me to call him, sending me a message with his phone number.
Unless he put it in his signature line and forgot about it.
But every other message didn't have it in his signature line. That's the point. Maybe he conveniently forgot about it on the one where he told me to call him. I find that hard to believe.
I mean, who knows?
He said to call him. That's seriously.
Can I tell you can call me?
Yes.
No, I didn't.
Yes. I have the email.
No, I didn't.
So we're going to check back in with Matt. We're going to hear more of that conversation later. I spent 2 hours on the phone with him. And okay, so here's my thing. I think he's upset that I kept calling him a right-winger. And he equates that, probably rightfully so, to bigots, racists. And yeah. I don't, he got really upset about that. And he kept saying, I'm not a left-winger. And I'm absolutely I'm a left-winger, right?
I don't know anything about, I don't know fuck about shit.
Okay, but a Trump supporter is a right-winger, correct? It's an apt description.
I don't know fuck about shit. Everything's twisted up and fucked up.
Well, some help you are, Sparkles.
I'm no help.
Are you looking forward to hearing more of that, or are you dreading it?
I'd rather not. I mean, it's just two white men arguing. I mean, I get that all day at work.
I think everybody gets that all day at work. But I mean, was he not just 100% just toxic masculinity, fragile masculinity? He was like, you're insulting my family, you're insulting my pride, blah, blah, blah. And remember, this is the dude that supposedly believes in free speech, is anti-cancel culture.
Well, I mean, just like all men.
He's threatened to sue me.
It's just for themselves and not anyone else.
That's what I explained it to him. He is an authoritarian. That's why he was in the military. That's why he supports these strongman politicians, but he doesn't understand he's an authoritarian, and that's why he is so dangerous.
Men are dangerous.
Yes. Overall, yes. Statistically, I think it has been proven that men are incredibly dangerous.
They should play outside.
We're going to go play outside here a little bit. Where are we going to dinner?
I don't know, man. But I know we can't do what we did last weekend because Prince can't take it no more.
You were the one wanting to ride the Pink Dragon.
Yeah, I'm just saying I hurt myself and every morning.
You hurt yourself last Friday.
Yeah.
Have I ever told you about my opinions on the song Hurt?
Probably.
I like it when it's from Johnny Cash because it's this profound statement about life and death. But when it's coming from Trent Reznor, it's like a whiny emo kid bitching about his heroin addiction. And I don't like it. It doesn't hit the same way.
A lot of songs are like that. That's why I like lyrics.
Curiouser says that Sparkles is correct. Everything is twisted, and she doesn't want you to mediate an argument between two loud white men. She wouldn't be mediating. The argument already happened.
the motherfucker will not come and debate me publicly. He will not debate me on a thread on any social media. That's the problem. Right-wingers are fucking cowards. I want to do everything publicly. Now, why do I have that audio when I said that I would not record him?
Here's if you want me to ombudsman this motherfucker, then it's not going to be verbal and on the internet. No, it's going to be like Green Bastard versus Ricky. We're going to get a ring.
That would be great.
Because it's the only way y'all learn.
I want to verbally joust. I mean, I'm not a big guy. I think I could take him, though, because I think he's one of those bullies that all you got to do is just pop him in the nose, and they're like, yeah! Like Cortman.
I want to see both y'all do it.
Why do you not want to see me take down the right winger? Why are you not rooting me on? You're supposed to be my friend.
It's more of a white man issue than it is a me issue and being your friend issue.
Wow.
I would thoroughly enjoy seeing that play out.
I would think he would say that's kind of racist, wouldn't you say?
I don't care. I didn't ask for his opinion nor yours.
You're on my show where I do nothing but give my opinion.
I know, because I wanted them raccoons.
You agreed to be on the show before I told you I was making you raccoons. I just made
You said I'll make you a snack, and I was like, fuck yeah, all right.
I did indeed make you a snack, but you
said-
didn't know it was crab raccoons. It could have been fucking potato chips.
I would have eaten potato chips.
Well, I actually made you something with love. There was love in the dish. She even had my homemade sweet and sour sauce. Justin freaking gay. Okay. It's Pride Month. Fuck yeah. Live it up. I got me some dick the other night. Shit.
What's that?
What, dick?
I don't know what that is.
What, has it been a long time since you've seen one?
My favorite dick goes.
Because ain't no white man attached, right?
It's from Osimo, the Pleasure Edition.
Libertarians are just liberals. I'm not sure what that means. And I'm not sure the person saying that actually knows jack about the political spectrum, which seems to be ongoing. So, do you know about the joke? We're only going to do a little bit of politics, and I tried to keep it like funny shit we can mock, right? Okay? You with me? Are you up on the whole Joe Manchin fiasco trying to get 10 Republicans to vote for the John Lewis Voting Rights Act as opposed to the For the People Act that the progressive Democrats are pushing?
No, but I know about AOC's light speed rail. She's really pushing.
Would you like to talk about it?
Yes, I've sent her 3 emails now because she wants me to contact Mo Brooks and tell him I want it. And I was like, I might as well just scream into a fucking void.
Very true.
And I was like, also, Richard Shelby's on his way out, so he can't do shit.
No, Richard Shelby might actually do shit because he's on his way out and doesn't have to answer to the Republican Party.
He ain't gonna do shit.
We're gonna get a really shitty senator in replace of him, aren't we? Did you see Tommy Tuberville talk about his seersucker suit the other day?
Yeah, like, and when I do call Tommy Tuberville and be like, please advocate for me, he don't give a shit.
Of course he doesn't. He doesn't even know what branch of government he serves in. Fucking, and even like, when do you think he's gonna quit? Apparently he quit twice while he was a coach.
I mean, I guess when shit gets hard, he might just bail. Who knows? But I mean, who knows? But I mean, if you're too stupid to know if something's hard, how would you even know? Because you don't know what you don't know.
Anyway, so McConnell has been offering the John Lewis Voting Rights Act, which is the Voting Rights Act from, Johnson administration.
My future necklace.
He has been offering that and trying to get 10 Republicans on board with it in order to push that in place of H.R. 1, the For the People Act. So this is McConnell shooting Joe Manchin down, or shooting Joe Manchin down.
Why does it look like an SNL sketch? Look at it, how it's set up.
I think all of you surely know how all Republicans feel about this proposal. It's a solution.
I know how they feel.
The rationale for it has changed over the years.
Leathery?
The same bill was introduced in the House.
Entitled?
They got the majority. They passed it.
I was a little more literal than you.
We needed to clean the system up.
Evangelical?
Then they liked the outcome of the 2020 election, and so the rationale became.
No. I'm pretty sure that Mitch McConnell is not an evangelical unless he's just the devil himself, and that's I don't think he's religious.
Touch it.
You want to touch McConnell, or you want to grab his neck fat?
Yeah, I want to. What is it? Is it like Play-Doh? Will it mold up?
I bet it feels really weird.
If he could give some of that to Nancy Pelosi's face, they could even out and be a decent person.
We need to prevent states from somehow making it more difficult for people to vote. I've taken a look at all these new state laws. None of them are designed to suppress the vote.
Oh, good. I'm glad he figured that out for me. I could have never did that on my own.
All of American elections.
And this is one of the things that Spear and I got into was the Voting Rights Act, because I tried to point out that the Republicans are fascists because the For the People Act is incredibly popular and Republicans are trying to kill it. Because they know they can't win elections unless they are in the states trying to stop people from voting. Can you talk? You might know more about this than me. Can you talk about some of the restrictions that our state has put on voting? How they've closed DMVs?
They've closed DMVs. They switch voter locations a lot. But I will say I have never had a problem. They don't even check my ID.
They don't switch our voter location, though, because what? We live in a bougie area, right?
Yeah, our zip code is very pristine. It's where the old money is, not the new people that moved in. No, we don't give a flying motherfuck about them. It's where old money settled in. We're Tallulah.
But it's weird that, like, the main office of the DMV, where you have to go and do, like, any transfers from out of state, where you have to do most things other than just a simple renewal of your license. How long is the wait there?
Oh, you might as well just call and make an appointment for sometime in the future.
Oh, so I wonder why it might be hard for somebody, especially somebody that's working maybe 2 jobs, maybe 3 jobs, to be able to acquire an ID. Maybe their ID expired and they couldn't go down and stand in line for fucking 4 hours at the DMV.
I mean, Broad City does a whole episode on it, and it literally takes her fancy dentist calling and making her an appointment to get down there and look nice.
But the thing, and Spear mentioned this, he was like, well, do you think minorities are stupid that they can't go get IDs? No, motherfucker, it's the group. It is, and I did call you a motherfucker that time if you're watching, Matt. It's the group that is most likely to not have IDs is poor people. Minorities especially, but poor people. So I wonder why Republicans would want to try to put restrictions on poor people that aren't likely to vote for them.
It's also why some people couldn't flee Katrina, because they didn't have funds to flee.
I am sorry that I'm echoey. The reason is because you were hearing me in Sparkle's mic, because the gain is up so loud to pick her.
And he is so fucking loud.
I am so fucking... Yes, will you do that the whole time? And I can turn you down? So you are literally hearing the echo because I'm echoing in the room.
Yes, I have to yell at him in public, like a child. And be like, shh.
She smacked me once in the drive-thru of her favorite barbecue place.
Don't start no stuff, won't be no stuff.
I was yelling at a Mormon or something out the window.
Yes, you said, come over here and see my pussy. The only pussy in the car is mine. So yeah, immediately, bam.
No, that's not the way I said it.
That's how it was
I didn't
interpreted.
yell at them.
Yeah, you did. You were harassing them and me at the same time, so you got the back of my hand. And luckily, it wasn't my mood ring hand. And everybody in the barbecue place just turned their backs. They just turned around.
We were in the drive-thru.
Yep. The 2 little girls up there, they just, I got backs.
I didn't see that. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, they were looking in the car because you were yelling at Mormons, and they were offended. So I had to admonish you at once, like you were a bad
Creed in
puppy.
here? Bree Creed will tell you that I yell at Mormons. It's one of my favorite things to do when I go out. And Jehovah's Witnesses. Both.
Look, those poor little kids don't know nothing. Leave them alone.
I feel so. That was my point. Let's get them high, and it'll fuck
No,
the
you
worldview
can't.
up.
You can't fuck with them. You don't even just leave them alone. You don't make eye contact, and you go about your way. And they do their thing on their bicycles. Good for them. They can ride a bike. I can't. You know, I don't believe in Jesus either, so it's probably why I can't ride a bicycle.
You can't ride. That's a conversation for what? You can't ride a bicycle?
Mm-mm. We can't rent none of them bicycles downtown and ride around on them. We can't do that.
Can I teach you to ride a bicycle? It's not hard. I want to ride my bicycle.
Also, my butt, there's no reason it should fit on any of those seats. I got too much ass for a regular bicycle. Especially a city bike.
Your ass looking like McConnell's neck over here, isn't it? Oh, shit. Let's hear from Mike Pence, where he was at a conservative conference, and the conservatives don't seem to think that Mike Pence is one of them. Are you not looking forward to this?
Well, hello, America. It is great to be back with so many patriots dedicated to faith and freedom and the road to the majority.
The Faith and Freedom Conference, obviously.
And I want to thank my friend Ralph Reed for those overly generous words.
So, of course, these are all people that you and I would get along with, right? At the Faith and Freedom Conference.
I got banned. I'm not allowed.
They would ban me. I'd be yelling at everybody.
Yeah, I got banned from the Church of Christ at age 8.
I prefer is a little bit shorter. I'm a Christian, a conservative, and a Republican in that order.
Oh, he's trying to pull out the hits.
I stand before you today.
9/11.
That's Rudy Giuliani.
And I'm humbled to share the podium today with so many great leaders. Has this been a great morning or what? And I'm also honored to be here with so many pillars of the American faith community.
Hey, I can get along with anybody. I can get along with people at the Faith and Freedom Conference.
I'll always believe that there will be no podium that those of us in elected...
The problem is that I make fun of them when they say stupid shit, and then they get really pissed off, and they threaten my life, like Matt Spear did, that you're going to hear about here in just a little bit.
And we thank you for your ministry in the cause of Christ. And finally, it's a special joy for me to be here today with a Marine Corps mom, a Christian school teacher, a champion of military families, a new grandmother, and my wife of 36 years, the best second lady this country...
Mother!
Will you join me?
Jordan Peters. Thank you for giving me the sub on Twitch then, sir.
Isn't she something? You know, we came here today really for two reasons.
I'm very accepting of people.
I wanted to say thank you. Thank you for your support over the past...
I've been to 7 NASCAR races, and I got along fine with everybody there, so...
I can tell you the sweetest words we ever heard over the last 4 years when people would stop and say, I'm praying for you.
I'm praying for you, Sparkles.
No thanks.
There never was a day that Karen and I didn't feel the prayers.
I don't need your voodoo. The heckling was very light.
And let me also say, thank you for the privilege of...
Overwhelmingly white? Yes, they are. Are you trying to say that NASCAR fans are not overwhelmingly right, white, and right-wing? They would indeed kick me out. Every time that I discuss anything with right-wingers, they get upset. Well, let's hear about how right-wingers are going to retake the culture, shall we? From Senator Ron Johnson. Do you know who Ron Johnson is?
No.
They take control of local government while we've been focusing on...
You don't recognize this dumb fuck?
winning a presidency, winning some U.S. Senate seats.
He ain't in Fruity Land.
Just witnessed how relentless the left is at growing government which means taking away our freedom.
What? What does Bubba Wallace have to do with
We need to be
anything?
every bit as relentless at preserving this nation and preserving our liberty and freedom.
Oh, Bubba Wallace is a human.
Here's how we do
Yeah.
it.
He's a human being.
Here's how
Yeah.
we do it. I want to use Wisconsin as an example. After we lost a heartbreaking
human being, he's a race car driver.
in 2018, I ended up being the last statewide elected Republican, had a leadership role. So we analyzed what went wrong.
You claim NASCAR like it's a gang.
Ignored the grassroots.
What is the NASCAR?
To re-energize them. But even more importantly, I had no idea this was happening.
Yeah.
We have 99 state assembly seats. In 2018, we only had 69 Republican candidates.
Nice.
We let 30. So in 2020, we didn't let that happen. We had convinced a very generous donor to actually put up the campaign money for those state assembly recruits. So in 2020,
A billionaire, you're saying, sir? I don't doubt it.
Republican candidates running for state assembly. We also, by the way, when I ran in 2016 with President Trump on the ticket, I only had 6 of our 8 congressional seats with a Republican candidate. This year we had 8.
Did he just say pumpkin?
And the results were astounding. And that's actually why Ralph came or asked me to come speak to you today. It proves the theory of making sure that we have a Republican on every line of the ballot. Here's the numbers.
That sounds horrendous.
He's going to give us the numbers. Is it 66 2/3?
Wisconsin, I got the record number.
The numbers spell disaster for the Republicans.
It's sacrifice.
1.5 million. The problem is, President Obama has a record at 1,677,000.
Yeah, Samoa Joe.
I always thought that if they were energized,
And
Senior Joe.
Kurt Angle can't beat me.
votes
That is literally what Ron Johnson is doing right now, isn't he?
until 2020.
That's all I hear now when everybody talks.
Results. Those 92 state assembly Republican candidates,
92 minus my 23rd and 36 cents.
those 92,
Those 92 know they can't beat me.
1,000 votes. 180,000 more than I got.
At sacrifice.
Proves the point is that the 8 congressional Republican candidates got 1,661,000
141% chance.
within a couple hundred votes. So again,
Couple hundred votes. Couple haters up in here.
the main advantage is
I mean, just look at the math.
control of local government. After all, that is the vision of our founding fathers. Government close to the governed, where it's more efficient, where it's more effective, where it's more accountable. So that's the primary reason we do this. We regain control of local government, school boards, which means we regain control of our culture.
I mean, you're literally making me watch Ron Johnson so that I will have a date to Baskin Robbins.
Positive upscale benefit.
Are we going to Baskin Robbins again tonight? That would be 3 weeks in a row.
I need the ice cream.
Can we go somewhere else?
Candidates win as well.
We have dessert at an ice restaurant.
I enjoy the ice cream on the curb. There's something about it.
You always
I never feel comfortable in that Baskin Robbins. I don't know why you keep making me go in there.
It reminds me of 1996.
First of all, in 1996, I would have been going to a TCBY. We didn't even have a fucking Baskin Robbins. All we got is that fucking Froyo bullshit. We
also-
didn't have no Baskin Robbins. Get us no 31 flavors back in the day.
But if I
This
get
show
insurance-
is not sponsored by Baskin Robbins.
But Baskin Robbins can send me things if they would like to. I will eat them on air and talk about how they remind me of the 90s and how I want to go skating.
Okay, Baskin Robbins, you can send us ice cream. I'm totally down with that.
I like chocolate praline. And they have cones that they're dipped in chocolate and then other things like sprinkles and nuts. And it smells like 1995 in there and the air's better.
It does!
The air is so much
I
better.
don't know about better.
It's a different time in there.
It's like a frosted air. There's a chill in there when you walk in. Your nips get hard.
It's beautiful. I want to live there.
No! Well, I do not endorse any kind of. We have a fucking local ice cream shop we can go to.
I don't want to spend $57 on a goddamn ice cream cone that some bitch named fucking Tiffany, Theandra, something Oracle bullshit made for me.
No, I would rather shop local and keep my money in the local economy. Fuck Baskin Robbins and fuck your corporate American bullshit.
No.
We're not getting ready to go to some fucking chain restaurant, that's for sure.
God, I just want to go to Outback.
That's a callback to a conversation these people aren't aware of.
He won't let me go to Outback. I just want a bloomin'
I
onion.
hate Outback. I was the one that brought up the bloomin' onion.
And those delicious coconut shrimp.
I've never had their coconut shrimp. You know who won't be having any coconut shrimp? The pastor in Canada who got arrested violating COVID lockdown orders.
Yeah. I can get you step out of the vehicle. I'm going to place you under arrest right now.
Yeah.
He's a repeat offender. We've watched several videos from him, I do believe. This dude is a nut job.
Right now, you're under arrest under the provincial health orders. Okay, so if you can just put your hands behind your back, face towards the vehicle.
Oh, that's sweet.
Okay, give me one hand here.
Usually I'm pretty anti-cop, but this dude keeps having church against COVID orders.
That is the nicest cop I've ever heard in my life.
Canada.
Only my words. Anything like that? Sorry?
Now, not saying that Canada doesn't have its own horrendous policies. We know about the mass graves found in the residential schools. We covered that story.
He goes, oh, come on this way.
But overall, you know,
Not
they
move it,
are
motherfucker.
a lot friendlier. Well, no, did you
Look,
watch,
they're not even slamming him against the car.
We watched a video last week of a cop that was tailgating a guy. The cop was tailgating the guy. And the dude got busy with him, I guess tried to brake check him or something. And the cop makes him pulls up next to him with the gun, gets him out of the car, tells him to get down on the ground. The cop wasn't even in his jurisdiction, off duty. He's been arrested, thankfully.
I'm just saying Canada looks fairly okay.
Canada is friendlier, I assume.
And apparently frig is a very dirty word there.
Really?
Yeah, I learned that on Trailer Park Boys. Frig off!
Are you sure you want to go to Canada? Because apparently it is a constitutional right in Alabama that you can sleep with your students, or at least that's what one teacher is arguing.
I don't want to sleep with children. That's gross.
I agree. Alabama teacher has pled guilty to sex with her teen boy student after first claiming she had a constitutional right to the love romps. Former Decatur, Alabama teacher Carrie Witt has pleaded guilty on Monday to sexually assaulting a high school student after trying and failing to challenge the constitutionality of a state law barring school employees from having sex with a student.
I mean, I want to know what the actual complaint said. That she filed, saying her constitutional rights had been violated, and in what way?
Can we find that?
I mean, I can pull it up Monday.
I did not know that the legal age of consent is 16.
I think you can still get married at 14.
Wow! Fuck, this state is fucked up.
I mean, both of my parents signed me over. They didn't have an issue.
Wow. Okay, so she is getting 20 years. She claims it's a consensual relationship. Now, I think there is some leeway there. If the kid is 18 and it is a consensual relationship, there needs to be punished.
Let me just say this.
There needs to be punishment.
The brain isn't even fully formed until 25.
Absolutely. There needs to be punishment,
So,
but I don't know if it's...
Maybe there's something wrong with her.
I think that is absolutely possible.
And maybe they just need to keep her somewhere and investigate that medically.
And shouldn't allow her to be anywhere near children.
Correct.
What's your thoughts on critical race theory?
Okay, so I'm in Alabama. So I don't feel like I get the correct news. So I don't fully understand what it is, but I think the concept is that the legal structure in America and the legal system, and basically everything that we use in a daily basis, our history, how we look at things, how we take tests, how we study, is all based on this Anglo-Saxon whiteness, and it voids all other cultures and minorities, and I believe that's 100% correct.
Yes, absolutely.
And so I don't know why we wouldn't be teaching this. Also, in Alabama, they have something called Indian education, and it's only in the Alabama curriculum.
I know nothing about this.
Do you know what Indian education is? You think it's about the country of India? No.
It's about teaching the Native Americans?
Yeah, and it's very, they call them Indians. We do not call them Native Americans. We call them American Indians. American Indians. So explain to me how someone who, let's say, parents came from India over here, and then they were born in America, how they're not an Indian American.
Explain to me how they would teach about, like, we have places around here named after the fucking tribes that occupied the land.
I hope the Porch Creek Indians take the Alabama government for all they can, and they control everything right now. And that's why we don't have casinos or gambling, is because the Porch Creek Indians keeps their thumb on it. And I hope they press the shit out of the state of Alabama.
It's a fucked up state. Is your brain ever really fully formed, says Curiouser.
No.
I mean, you're constantly either...
But I feel like the fontanel fully closes.
You're constantly recreating your brain.
No, I think
you?
once you kill brain cells, they don't come back, right?
Exactly. So, like, killing brain cells is recreating your brain chemistry. That's what I'm saying. You're constantly recreating your brain chemistry.
I mean, my ex-spouse killed so many parts of his brain. You know, he now has a lower IQ and a different capacity. Has diminished capacity.
Well, let's not even get into the topic of, like, IQ and what it means. Like, it just means you're good at taking tests. Because there are people that, like, freak the fuck out on tests that are very intelligent.
He asked me what the Clover holiday is.
Oh, shit.
He goes, I see the hearts. I know that's Valentine's Day. He goes, but then they got these clovers. And there's clovers on people's doors, and I don't understand it.
It's a lucky holiday.
He goes, it's a Clover holiday. And I go, no, man, it's called St. Patrick's Day. He goes, I don't remember that. No recollections.
What is wrong with calling them American Indians? Weird, because, like, it's a white man. Christopher Columbus came over here and just, like, was it even Columbus that called them Indians?
He thought he was in India.
He was in India.
It was a white man goof. I don't know why we have to continue on.
I don't know if it was Columbus or we just attributed it to Columbus.
It was some European goof. It was a European goof
that thought they were in India because
they're stupid.
Indians are in India. That's why. They are natives. We should refer to them as their tribal names because we are on their fucking land.
I hope they rise up and kill us all.
We're so intertwined in everything, right? Because, like, most
I believe that there should they could have
pure
some sort of a tribunal
native.
for us and judge us. And then execute the baddies.
I wish we would ship off all the presidents to Geneva. I wish Biden had stayed there and stayed on trial. Fuck.
And what he said to Caitlin Collins has infuriated the fuck out of me. He even called it a wise guy comment.
They aren't native. They just immigrated here before we did, said the real galaxy brain.
Okay.
So that would make them native to the land when the Europeans came, right? Fuck, right-wingers are morons.
Also, there are actually no native Caribbean people alive because the Spanish people killed them all.
All people did start in Africa. Very good.
For real, can we start doing Sparkles Science Saturdays and we call it
Okay. Just as long as it's not like SS or something like that. That would be a little weird.
No, it's 3. Because 3's a magical number.
3 is a magical number. All right, let's listen to this black father talk about CRT. And just like the dude in the chat is illustrating exactly why we need critical race theory. I warn you, I found this on the Blaze, so his...
Also, can we say...
His thoughts might not be what you think they are. What do you want to say? Get it out.
No, I'm just going to keep it to myself.
critical race theory, which is pretty much going to be teaching kids how to hate each other, how to...
What? It's going to be teaching kids how to hate each other. What does that fucking mean? I liked your explanation. You explained exactly what it is. Is it teaching how to hate each other? Or is it just teaching history?
I believe as you learn things, you kind of dislike the things that you know. And I don't think I hate anyone. I hate from whence I came.
You're saying knowledge is a burden. When you learn U.S. history, you realize how
it's
fucked
sad.
up it is.
Yeah, like when me and my mom went to New Orleans, right? Mm-hmm. They had fucking plantation tours, and then you see these statues, right? And it's, you know, the white man on top, and then there's a Native American at the bottom, and he's fucking crying. And I was like, we made a statue of this shit in the middle of fucking New Orleans.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, and all in all, it was not a good trip to New Orleans.
Well, it's like that one statue that they always talk about, like, oh, the left wants to tear down statues of Abraham Lincoln now. No, the statue that they are talking about is a statue of Lincoln and a bunch of slaves under him. It's very purposeful propaganda. It's weird this dude is calling us the propagandists here.
Maybe he just doesn't maybe he's, again, like I said, I'm in Alabama and my news isn't always correct. And that's why I was like, I don't know if I am for it or not, because I'm not sure which side it's on because of the way it's been explained here in Alabama, right? Well, like they purposefully mislead us on our local news.
Well, absolutely. Oh, I know this.
So I'm just saying.
I work for a local news station.
Someone who isn't maybe looking at their news feed a lot or doesn't pay attention to current events because they work and they don't really give a shit because they're looking at something else, you know, they might just not know, because you don't know what you don't know.
Yes.
And sometimes things you don't know are fucking scary and you're opposed to them.
Okay, so it's something like 8% of students that graduate high school don't know that slavery was the cause of the Civil War.
Well, because that's what is taught in Alabama. That was not the cause.
That part of it is states not.
It's called Alabama history.
Part of it is teaching the UDC, the United Daughters of the Confederacy.
And we actually have a school
textbooks.
called DAR, Daughters of the American Revolution, is what we call it. We don't call it the Confederacy. It was the American Revolution.
Oh, the War of Northern Aggression. There's all these phrases that are part of UDC propaganda.
Yeah.
And I forgot what my point was going to be.
Alabama's scary, y'all.
Oh, but the reason for that 8% is not just the fact that there are states like Georgia, Alabama, Texas, where they have textbooks that have been highly censored by the UDC. It's also because some teachers don't even want to bring up the topic.
Well, like they know.
That's also a point as well. I don't want to degrade teachers, but...
I mean, I'm just saying that when you were in college, were you making a bulletin board for your exam?
No.
I know I wasn't.
Who made a bulletin board for their exam? You gotta elaborate. Hey, Rusky, like, fucking, you're saying don't take them down, use them to educate? Why don't you educate yourself? Robert E. Lee was asked what his thoughts were on Confederate monuments, and he said there shouldn't be Confederate monuments because it would do nothing but just continue the strife.
Every time I see a plantation tour or an antebellum house, I know for a fact Sherman didn't do his job and he just called it the fuck in.
It's not about making everybody feel nice, you dumb fuck. It's the fact that we have statues that honor people up to white supremacists all over this country. How do you not get that? We have statues up to traitors of this country. It's fucked up. Why are they there? Especially when one of the guys there's a statue of said there shouldn't be a statue there.
That's 66 2/3 chance.
For that very reason. Yeah, Robert E. Lee, do you know who he was? And his reasoning was that the statues would do nothing but continue the strife in the country. He was correct. How am I a tool, dude? How am I a tool? I'm explaining it to you.
The sooner we realize America hates us, the better off we are. And you just go to Freepy Land and you live there every day.
I don't know what you mean by America hates us. The oligarchy hates us for sure.
Who do you think America is?
We can change that.
Well, let me know and we'll just show up then.
You're the one that keeps saying it's time for combat boots and
Yeah.
yellow vests.
Let me know when. Let me know when. If I see Angela Davis roll through the city, don't think I won't follow her.
This dude is trying to own me in the chat, doing a shitty fucking job. All right, let's hear what the Black Father has to say about CRT.
When you talk about critical race theory, which is pretty much going to be teaching kids how to hate each other, how to dislike each other, that's pretty much what it's going to, that's pretty much, I don't care what you say, it's pretty much what it's going to all come down to. You're going to deliberately teach kids, this white kid right here got it better than you because he white? You're going to personally tell a white kid, oh,
Has any one of these people that are like losing their minds over critical race theory ever thought to actually look it up and see what some of the professors that teach about it are saying?
White people are all down and suppressed. How do I have 2 medical degrees if I'm sitting here oppressed? How did I get, first of all, time up, because I only got 5 minutes now, 5 minutes. 2 medical degrees. No mom, no dad in the house. Worked my way through college. Sat there and hustled my butt off to get through college. You gonna tell me somebody that looked like all y'all white folks kept me from doing that? Are you serious? Not one white person ever came to me and said, well, son, you're never going to be able to get nowhere because you know the black people. But guess what? What's sickening about this whole thing is what y'all doing right now is already something I do in my community right now to speak out against stuff because black folks are getting told by other black folks, oh, you know you ain't going to be able to do nothing out there in the world because them white folks ain't going to let you get no, oh, you know you're not going to be able to do it here because you know, the white man going to keep you down. Well, how did I get where I am right now if some white man kept me down? How am I now directing over folks that look just like you guys in this room right now? How? What kept me down? What oppressed me? I work for myself from off the streets to where I am right now. You gonna sit here and tell me this lie of critical race theory? Of this the reason why black folks can't get ahead because of white folks? Are you kidding me? This is what we come to now. I can't believe we even talking about this right now.
It is conjecture, anecdotal evidence, yes.
Martin Luther King said he wanted his kids to grow up in a world where they are judged by the contents of their what?
Character.
Their character, not their skin. If they letting this stuff go on right now, it is absolutely doing the complete.
What he say in the letter from Birmingham jail about all the white people and their intentions? What he say about socialism and communism? Come on, dude! Come on, tell us what MLK thought.
What did Muhammad Ali say about rattlesnakes? You're trying to get in his house. Just because 1 or 2 of them's friendly, don't mean you got to open your door because they'll all come in.
I did not know that, but that is great advice.
First, what he's doing. So when February comes, don't talk about Martin Luther King. When February comes, don't talk about Black History Month. If y'all gonna sit there and just pretty much pee on his grave with this nonsense, that's exactly what's about to happen. Lastly, we are talking about our kids. We are talking about our children. What's so sickening about me, I love the Discovery Channel. You will see that on the Discovery Channel, animals will put their lives on the line to protect their children from danger. Nobody want to get...
This dude has a medical degree? What?
It all comes down to it. The person that's going to be suffering from this, the one's going to be hurt from this, is...
Does his work too, yes.
10 years from now, if this stuff goes on, whose fault is it going to be? Whose fault is it going to be? Who we going to look back on and blame for this? Because this is stuff we talking about right now. This stuff is going on right now. I do this stuff on a daily basis. I'm in the hood. I'm in the communities.
This was the start of his comments. I don't know the rest of the meeting. I'm sure it's like a school board meeting.
You know what? None of them are buying this nonsense. None of them are. But if you want to implement this into the school system, I guarantee you to the day that I die, I'm going to be the very person right there debunking stuff, tearing stuff down, letting them know they can do exactly what I did and get exactly where I am by putting themselves to work and getting there. And ain't not one white person ever.
As someone who is literally the skin color of pink, as someone who walks around in the skin and hears things that other people say that think they are comfortable because of my skin color, and white men just say whatever the fuck they want, I can't explain his situation. I don't know. I only know what I've heard. And America is very racist, especially Alabama, especially in the job place, especially in the job place, especially in the job. I don't know how many times I got to say, especially in the job place.
It's not just racism. Racism helps them keep the classes separated. Racism is a tool of their class oppression. But like, all we're talking about is actually teaching history, right? Like, I did not know about the Tulsa Race Massacre until just a few years ago. I did not learn that in school. That would change my perspective on things. I did not know that Mount Rushmore was called Six Grandfathers, and that we literally tore it down to say fuck you to the natives and put the white man up on the mountain. We should give it back and refer to it as Six Grandfathers.
We should return it back and just say, sorry, we fucked your shit, man. We're going to keep fucking your shit unless you terminate the cancer.
Blow the fucking monuments up. It's not ours. It was put there as a fuck you to native people.
If you got gangrene in your pinky toe, you got to cut it off or you'll lose your whole foot.
Most people do not know about Juneteenth. I didn't know about Juneteenth until a few years ago. Did you know about Juneteenth?
Yeah, I did.
That's awesome. Most people don't. So that is not something that is taught in our schools and should be. So that's like this idea of critical race. First of all, they're just referring to any reference to slavery and racism in history as critical race theory. The actual critical race theory is a curriculum for college classes put forward by a professor, and I encourage people to actually go look up what the fuck it is. It's been taught since the 70s.
But just be careful because your local media might send you to different places.
Yes, your basic education in the South, not just in the South, all over the country, but especially in the South, is administered through a white veil. It is administered through the eyes of the oppressors.
It's through a Confederate veil. I mean, just until 2002, it was actually illegal for anyone of mixed race to get married in Alabama. 2002 is when the law finally got changed.
Wow!
And when I was in high school, Fob James actually made it illegal for a mixed race couple to go to prom. Fob James okayed it. Fob James. F-O-B James. Governor.
Okay, so our next two clips are both about fights. Which one do you want to watch first? Do you want to watch the Kurt Angle slam, or do you want to talk about Logan Paul and Mike Tyson?
Did the Logan Paul and Mike Tyson thing happen?
Not yet.
Oh.
Is that the one you want?
Yeah.
Oh, you're interested? First of all, tell me your thoughts on Logan Paul. What do you know about him? Because I don't know much about him.
I don't know a lot about him, but I'm not interested in him. But I am a huge Tyson fan.
Mike Tyson's pretty cool. At least now, once upon a time, he was a very, very angry man.
Yeah.
With a lot of...
I feel like people don't change, right? It's a firm belief I have, but I feel like he is actually sincere about his life choices as he's gotten older. And he recognizes things, and I feel like he feels true remorse.
I can see that, yeah.
But most people don't, and they just say it, and they don't do the work.
He is grown as a person.
He's got cool-ass pigeons.
I did not know about the pigeons. Okay, so I don't know about the Logan Paul thing. So, like, the Mayweather fight was a dud. I knew it was going to be. I knew Mayweather was going to dance around because that's what Mayweather does. So, apparently, like, I don't know if they're trying to set it up, but Logan Paul gave his comments about a potential fight.
All sizes. Like, someone mentioned Mike Tyson. Like, how funny is it? Like, one great at a time? Or is it you can only fight one and then on to the next?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's pretty mean, man.
Mike Tyson will eat his children and steal his thunder.
Man, okay, so here's the problem: is everybody that's done, like Floyd Mayweather just went in there to make a fucking payday. Would Mike Tyson go in there and actually fight? If he did, would he fucking?
Mike Tyson would just destroy him as a human.
Because that's what everybody wants to see. They want to see, and that was the reason why the Mayweather and Paul fight was such a draw. Is everybody wants to see Mayweather just annihilate him. So
You ever see what he did to people?
This is what they said about Floyd.
My lawyer mentioned it, and he's like, no, Tyson will rip your head off. You don't stand a chance. I'm like, bro, I just went through all this. You can't tell me I can't beat Mike Tyson. Bro, he's old.
Yeah, he's old. So?
He's old, but he's still looking badass.
Mike Tyson has the love in him, the likes of which we cannot believe, and the rage, the likes of which we cannot imagine. And if he cannot indulge one, he will indulge the other.
Unleash that 90s rage.
That's a Mary Shelley quote.
I did not know that.
Frankenstein.
Awesome. Well, continue dropping some knowledge up here. I like learning shit on the show. All right, this is the Kurt Angle rock bottom video that went viral on Twitter earlier today.
Kurt Angle can't beat me.
Get them together. Get them together. Get them together.
Are they fighting outside of a prison?
I think it's some sort of plant. It's a manufacturing plant or some shit.
Get them together.
You got handed.
Get them together. Get them together. Get them together. Get them together. Get them together.
I'm glad nobody stepped in. Just like, all right, let's let them have it out. Maybe after the first slam, somebody like.
Well, I mean, at our plant recently, they didn't go outside and fight. The guy just got a gun and come in and started shooting people.
Oh yeah, they called it a mass shooting, but here in America we have these like, is it really a mass shooting if only 2 people died? That's why it wasn't on the national
Actually,
news.
3 people died.
Oh, was it?
Because the shooter went and killed himself in front of his mother's grave.
Oh, wild! Yeah, I didn't even cover that story just because like, there's so much shit
Sounds pretty fucking horrific.
happens all the time in America.
Yeah, it was at the fire hydrant capital of the South, at Mueller water faucet place.
I do not know what you're talking about.
They do plumbing things, fixtures.
All right, are you ready to hear from my friend Matt Spear?
Not really.
We're not gonna hear the whole thing. I'm gonna put the whole hour-long clip up on my Patreon. If you subscribe at $1, you can get the whole hour-long clip. Now, this was his show last night. He talks about me at the beginning of the show.
But for $0, you don't have to listen to it.
Some people are masochists and they want to listen to it. So, okay, this was his show.
You could just burn yourself with a cigarette on your leg in the bathroom.
This was his show from last night, okay? And he brings me up as a little rant at the beginning about me.
21 p.m. Got a little friend with me tonight. No, it's not Captain Flatulence. It's the FGTV guy. My son had a birthday, and he put this outside my door.
Well, happy birthday to your son, dude.
It automatically kept going off, and they thought it was hilarious, so I decided to bring it with
I
me.
didn't check and see where like he actually started talking
My
about
stalker
me.
is full of...
Oh, there we go, stalker.
So wait, he got his kid a toy and then he took it to play with it.
This guy is...
He took it to play with it and then compared me to the toy or some shit. Did you hear that? Like, he's like, oh, my stalker.
I can't, but the mood swings of this guy.
Oh! Listen to him say mood swings. You're getting ready to hear some fucking mood swings.
Could y'all guys either make out or fight? Because I just want to see either one.
I'm not attracted to him.
Evil, you're a liar. Come on, my...
See? He said you were a liar.
Facebook a message and tell them, please, take my ads down because they're showing to Democrats, and you've blocked me, and that's a...
That's not what I said. I said, dude, you should sue Facebook and get your money back because they're still showing me your ads even though you blocked me. They are taking your money from you, you stupid mork.
Can I say, it also looks like he might be in an Outback.
You're really on this Outback thing, aren't you? I'm not taking you for a blooming onion. We're doing a nice restaurant.
I bet Matt would take me for a bloomin' onion.
You wouldn't want to go with Matt for a blooming onion.
I can eat and not pay attention to nobody.
Are
Have you seen me on a date?
No! You and I are friends!
It's pretty
We
funny.
have a good time. I pointed out that one time we were in the restaurant, like, you and I looked like the only people that were having a good time. Everybody else was like... It was the weirdest thing to me. It was a Friday night, too. It was after I'd done my show or whatever. Were you not weirded out by that?
I enjoy it. It's the one time I can let my light shine and not hide it behind a bushel.
Did you just quote Godspell? He's doing show too.
Against your rights.
I got the low blood
Dude,
sugar.
Like 3 Faces of Eve. A little scary. That's okay. You know, everyone's got a stalker, and I've got mine. He's back. 6 messages. I didn't read them all. I've learned after he said that right wings were actually socialists on my.
Oh, he finally sent me that message. That is not what I said. Because I was like, dude, that is not what I said. I would never say that. I said that the Democrats were far right and the Republicans were fucking fascist or some shit.
Okay, so if you want to talk about right and left wing, would the right wing be the drum or the flat? And would that then make the left wing the drum or the flat?
Wasn't there a drum and a flat on both wings?
Yeah, but still, I want to eat both.
Bringing it back to food. All right, let's get through this, okay?
My page. I've got screenshots of all this stuff. I'm not going to engage with it. I just don't care.
He's not going to engage with it, but he engaged with it.
Out of my freaking wheelhouse. He's just low rent. And I know for a fact that there's no conversation that we can have that would ever be productive.
I would like this man to know about our rent.
Brother,
yeah, it's not very low.
You live in Kentucky. You're
Jesus
about
Christ.
7 hours away. You know where I live. I know where you live. We know who's scared.
Well, then let's meet it out back.
Come on, bro. I'm not scared of you. I fucking have dealt with people who are a hell of a lot smarter than you. I just know that I might as well go bang my fucking head against the wall than have a conversation with you because you're not going to listen to anything I say.
True that, but I will eat a blooming onion.
But I don't know. I've never watched your show. I never read your comments. I just delete your shit. But keep stalking, bro. Everyone needs a mission in life, and you swinging from my nutsack is yours. So keep it up. Go write a show about me, man. Go ahead and put this on there, and then spin it and be like, "Oh, I'm not a pedophile. I didn't have statutory rape charges. The government doesn't want to talk to me."
Obviously, he wasn't in the Five Guys that day. Those people just left their children with you and asked you to take them to the restroom.
That actually happened.
I was so weirded out. These people scared the shit out of me. I was like, if anything, they're gypsies trying to trap us in something.
But listen to him talk about mood swings. Listen to him talk about mood swings here.
Wait!
Unless you want to provide every American.
Do you believe that nobody should have an ID to buy a gun, you stupid fuck?
Actually, I believe the Second Amendment is invalid because we have a standing army. Now let's point out, I started recording. That is the beginning of the audio because I had promised him at the beginning of this call that I would not record. He gets angry and starts yelling at me and said, "We need to record this!" And he's going to say it here in just again. So I'm legally in the clear here. He is going to say it on audio that I needed to record this. He gives me permission. So, but I
this
started.
This is such a bizarre.
It is. It is such a bizarre thing. But I want to make it perfectly clear that I started recording just a few moments after he gave me the permission to record. That was, and you're hearing the start of the audio. This is an hour, or maybe even more, into our phone call. Okay. But he's going to give me the permission to record here in just a second.
You're a fucking troll. You don't know anything.
You don't know anything.
Totally fucking dissolved the Second Amendment. And you're
Yes, the Second Amendment should have been dissolved when we had a standing army.
Everybody should have a background check.
Yes.
You're a fucking moron.
Well, the first fucking 3 words of the fucking Second Amendment is a rail regulated.
You're an idiot.
You're an idiot.
You know what you're saying.
The fuck I don't.
My fucking breath on you.
So are you telling me background checks aren't regulation?
You believe that everyone should go buy a gun without background checks? You're the dumbest fucking leftist I've ever heard.
What? I didn't say that.
Dumbest fucking leftist I've ever heard. You don't even know anything. This is why nobody watches your show.
Actually, more people watch my show than
You're
yours.
an idiot.
No,
You're
dude.
fucking hopelessly outclassed. Let's
Okay.
get on. You know what? Let's record this motherfucker. I will tear you up.
I wish. Please come on the show tonight. Please come. Everybody heard that? Let's record this. I will tear you up. He'd said it once before, and that's when I started recording. But there's my legal out. He said record.
But this isn't a criminal trial, so it doesn't really matter. This is some sort of bizarre sexual tension I'm not comfortable with between two men.
Happy Pride Month.
This is a white male space, and I shouldn't be here. I might just need to go.
This dude needs to take a dig, and then he would be a lot better off. He wouldn't be so repressed. Please come on. If you believe that, come on the show tonight.
That's the Second Amendment that people shouldn't have an ID to buy a gun.
I did not say that.
Horrible liberal.
I did not say that. Well, first of all, I'm a leftist, so I'm not anti-gun.
You're a fucking moron.
I didn't say that, and you do not want to have an actual discussion with me.
You're a leftist.
Matt, let's dial it back. Let's dial it back and be amicable.
This is like a Walmart argument between a husband and wife, and you just look away.
You're not a part of that party, that you have different views? How's that possible, Justin?
I'm just glad y'all don't have kids.
Fucking right-winger, you cock. And
he has kids.
You have different views, and that's why political parties are fucking stupid. But you're too much of a fucking cunt to just say that I'm not what you think I am.
But you are. You keep proving that you are.
Stupid fuck, I'm not. And you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't know me. You don't know my trials, and I don't know you.
Matt,
you lump me in with a bunch of racist fucking pricks.
And I find it wild. Yes, he was a Trump supporter. I lumped him in with a bunch of racist pricks. Yes. But, like, he keeps doing that. He keeps talking about his family. Like, oh, you're attacking me. You made it personal. No, I want to talk about issues. You're the one that keeps calling me a child rapist and bringing up your family and shit. It's really weird. That every time we try to talk about policy, you cut me off. Like, every time we really get down to policy.
You're wrong. You wouldn't answer the question.
Matt, you wouldn't let me answer the question. The same thing you accused me of doing.
Told me
Matt.
I asked you, should fucking minorities have an ID to vote? And you finally answered it 5 minutes in.
Matt, if you will, please give me 2 minutes to explain without interrupting me.
Yeah, then if you fucking yell at me one more time, motherfucker, you and I are done. Because you have no fucking
idea. Talk about mood swings.
And fuck you very much.
Wow, dude, why are you so sensitive?
It reminds me of like this first relationship I had after my divorce, and that's what it was like, and that's why I don't really date anybody since.
It traumatized you?
Yeah, it's just a bunch of arguing about nothing.
Arguing sucks. Well, no, like I was actually trying to have a policy discussion. That's my thing. I love talking to right-wingers.
Well, why don't you just get a broom and go sweep a dirt road? You'll get it clean one day.
You're criticizing me here, but this is good content. I didn't.
Talk about anybody. You don't know me.
Wow. You don't know me.
And you.
You'll fucking end me because of my free speech.
You motherfucker. You heard me.
Because I made fun of you on the internet.
No, because you're fucking stalking my fucking shit. And I got enough to get a restraining order on your ass in about 3 seconds. So keep it the fuck up.
A restraining order? I'm not stalking your shit. I'm commenting on public videos.
I mean, you can shake a white man. I can.
My phone number. How'd you find my phone number?
You gave it to me.
Did I tell you could call me?
Yes.
No, I didn't.
Yes, I have the email.
No, I didn't.
Wow, dude.
Banned you from Facebook and fucking YouTube, and you continue to send me emails, and you post pictures of me in my work uniform on your fucking site.
Are you telling?
You
yes, I used a publicly available picture of you.
Oh, is that the picture in your bedroom?
You've got a picture of me in your bedroom. I should. That's what came up.
It's called discretion, you prick.
It's called the law. Do you know what it is?
Lose my fucking job because you're telling everyone I'm a fucking racist and
he called me a child molester, child rapist. I've never called you an alt-right winger.
So are you going to go to his plant and y'all are going to have a fight outside of his plant like that?
Yes, cool, yes.
And then we all go to Outback?
You just said I was alt-right, you fucking asshole.
No, I've called you a right winger, and you are.
You said I was alt-right.
And right wingers are. I said you were far right. That's what I said. No. I said you were far right. I mean, Joe Biden is a right winger.
They're so different.
Both of y'all are going to have a stroke. This isn't good for anyone's blood pressure.
Fucking cunt again.
I was jovial.
I don't know what you want from me. What the fuck do you want?
He's the one that's like debate in
I mean, I can literally see both of y'all's veins.
Help us both out.
I can't even answer a fucking question.
But you say, but like I'm just like wound tight anyway. Like I'm normally.
Because I've
like
never
this.
heard a man yell like that except for my daddy. and it was serious shit.
I'm sure your dad was a hell of a lot cooler than Spear Sucker.
I told him to suck a motherfucking cock, and he yelled at me just like that, and then he started coming at me. And that's
not good.
That's the only time I've heard a man yell like that. And y'all were at some weird, crazy level of insanity where either y'all need to fight each other or we need to go have a bloomin' onion together while y'all fight each other afterwards.
I don't understand why a right-winger can't actually talk to me. And I pointed out multiple times, like if he would do a debate with me, both our numbers would skyrocket. But he's a fucking idiot.
Is this like some sort of WWE thing where y'all are just yelling back and forth to get y'all's ratings up? Because I need this to be explained to me. Explain it to me like I'm 5 and I opened a lemonade stand.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to create a rat beef with a right-wing dude that's creating content. I'm trying to do that, yes, and raise both our profiles. He is a fucking idiot that doesn't understand how this works.
See, because this whole thing would put me on like some Paxil for a little bit.
Because like I keep telling him if he was to do this with me in public and stand toe to toe with me, which he wouldn't be able to. That's the issue, is I expose right-wingers for the frauds that they are. That's why Ben Martin doesn't do a show anymore. And I pride myself on that. I am out for blood. I want to expose right-wingers as not knowing what the fuck they're talking about. And like, I present Matt as the perfect example. I do an open show. I actually believe in free speech. He's done numerous shows about, how he's against cancel culture and how the left doesn't believe in free speech. No, he blocks every comment I make just because I'm criticizing him. I do an open show. Anybody can come on. You can call in, 917-830-4359. You can hop on the Discord. The link is down in the bottom. Fucking, like, I'm wide open. I don't ban people in the chat. I've let a dude just fucking, like, troll this entire time. Like, the chat times people out and shit, but, like, I actually believe in free speech. I believe in open debate. This motherfucker wants to be able to say whatever the fuck he wants, not receive criticism, and in order to, like, interact with him, you have to, like, bow down and suck his cock. You have to give him respect. Even though one of his shows, he's like, oh, better not be offended, and all he has done is been offended by me. That's the money right there when I rant like that. That's what's gonna.
So if I come back next Friday, we're gonna be spinning some tracks, and I'm just gonna be dancing.
Oh, you got to go over to Echoplex on Saturday night. That's what Dave does. Plug for Echoplex Media on Operation Catterday.
Oh yeah, Dave was on. He touched my Twitter.
He touched your Twitter. Dave is awesome, and that's probably, if he's on, we're gonna raid his channel, but we might be a little early for raiding on Friday night. But yeah,
I touched his Twitter first. He was just reciprocal.
Oh, I showed him your Twitter, and he was like, "Wow, she's got more followers than we do." I have no followers because Twitter won't let me on.
Well, it's because you got these issues.
It's because I got Nazis that troll me all the time.
I'm just saying, if this was just a dance party, this wouldn't be an issue.
Usually I have the party lights on in here, but it's not a party in the USA anymore. You want to hear any more of this, or do you want to go to dinner?
Unless we're going to start doing it like Laugh-In.
I pop out the door, and I don't understand the reference.
Yes. And I'll just paint shit on my body at the end, and I'll just dance like Goldie Hawn. And then we'll go out.
I don't get it. I don't get the reference. It makes no sense to me. What are we doing like?
I don't know. Is Sammy Davis Jr. coming?
Laugh-In. Feminist critique. That's who we're going to raid since you were here. You would love the ladies of feminist critique. They are fantastic. So if you are watching on Twitch, that's where you're getting sent. If you would like to hear the rest of my conversation with Matt Spear, It will be up on Patreon tomorrow. Only $1. You can hear the whole hour-long argument. It's fantastic. Sparkles, do you have anything to say before we go? You got a catchphrase?
I like crab raccoons.
Go ahead, light one up, tip one back. It's all right to have a little fun before you hit the sack. I'm Justin Freakin. We will see you Monday night on the Troll Patrol. Live.